Namaste, one and all ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back to your favorite show with your favorite girl. Back for the first time this week. Week 17 is already at hand. One more week after this at hand. We are kicking off with Christmas, however, so a little bit of red here to kind of join in on the festivities at hand. And what better way to kick off the festivities than with the usual? You get your Dallas Cowboys. Just like every other holiday, you get fed with the Dallas Cowboys. So that's where we started off. Them Cowboys are headed out to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Commanders, and in this one, I do think they come away with the win. Why do I say that? They have Javonte Williams questionable. Tyler Guyton's on IR. Tyler Booker's questionable. Quentin Williams questionable. Overshawn's questionable. Jack Sanborn's on IR. Donovan Wilson's questionable. Wanya Thomas is out, and Deron Bland's on IR. However, they still have Dak Prescott, and I will trust him over Josh Johnson any day of the week. And really, it's actually as simple as that. And also, if you want to go back to it, last year, first year, Dan Quinn, they kind of put a whooping on the Dallas Cowboys, going to the other side. Now, offensively, all those guys could kind of get their get back. Even Shoddy, who was the OC under DQ, I do believe, or he might have been in the staff, definitely under, you know, not under him, but you guys get the point. Like, they were kind of the inverse of each other, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Now they get to go head to head. One guy got the head job, the other didn't. He got it somewhere else in the division. This year for them, injury wise, it's similar as the Cowboys as well. I mean, if you want to go back, if they had Mariota, I would have easily picked them, especially being at home. But in this one, I think emotions are still running high from last week. It just stuff has not gone right from the record to injuries to everything else in between. Now, Cowboys playing still for Marshawn Newland, RIP. I think they have a higher reason to play. Um, yeah, like I mentioned, Jim Daniels, no Mariota, no Luke McCaffrey, no Zach Ertz, Jeremy Tunsil's questionable, Darren Payne's questionable, Dorian Armstrong's on IR. It's tough, but they still have, a couple guys on defense, Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner, Von Millers of the world, and then offensively they have a little bit. But I think the offense of the Dallas Cowboys should, at the very least, if they don't at this point, I have been disappointed by the Cowboys so much that I would not be surprised if the Commanders were to win at home. But yeah, I just can't make myself up to pick Josh Johnson over Dak Prescott. If that happens for any reason in the world, questions should be asked. Moving on, talk about questions should be asked. Are other questions gonna arise about MCDC, about these Lions being the same old Lions or the brand new Lions? We're gonna have to find out. It is the Vikings on the road, divisional matchup. Interesting watch. Lions have not been able to run the rock. Vikings don't have it. They're starting running back or the backup running back to run the rock. So I will take the Lions. I'm gonna, hope that after a back-to-back loss for the first time under MCDC last week, they come out. They don't make it 3 in a row. They shouldn't. And I'm pretty sure MCDC has had a successful tenure of a 16-7 record of sort in the division so far in the NFC North. So. And on the other side for the Vikings, JJ McCarthy out again. Unfortunate, but that has been his, NFL career so far. Max Brosmer coming back. I think he threw 4 picks last time. I don't expect the Lions defense to pick that much off, but just have some will about themselves. They still have Hodge running. And yeah, they picked this up. Packers, you don't know what, their quarterback situation looks like if they drop it this week, next week as well. Lions, well, you can control what you can do, so you control your opponent, try to come out with a win on the road, and then go into next week, figure that one out, and then let the other things fall into place as they may. Like you don't have control over that. talking about control. This one, I don't even know. Like, are we gonna call it historic? As this is the end of the dynasty. This is the end of the era in Kansas City, Missouri. The Chiefs moving out to Chiefs Kingdom, probably that's what they're gonna name it. Whatever, they're gonna make their little kingdom thing, little whatever. Up in Kansas, poor people of Kansas, I'm sorry for your tax breakup. If you were excited about it, shout out to you. But to the people at the bottom of the rank who are gonna get screwed by this the most, I'm sorry. Other than that, in this game, we're taking the Broncos. I mean, Chiefs fans in Missouri, you have a few limited, finite amount of games now with the clock running. Just go support at the home of the team. Go do that a couple of times until they move out. Leave you guys for the dust. Leave Arrowhead for the dust. Yeah, they'll just leave you guys just like the Colts did back in the day. And it is what it is. But this one, Broncos come into town. They probably try to take the divisional crown because it does get into the final week next week. Chargers, there's still a lot more to be played. Chargers have a tough one against the Texans coming up on Saturday, so we'll keep that, for Saturday. But Texans might give the Chargers a fight, but Chargers are at home. So, like I mentioned, for Lions and the Vikings, for the Broncos, is will control what you can control. Um, yeah, I think Chiefs, rested a lot of their players. Didn't even have practice for one of those days. They're trying to, just decompress. And that's what, I mean, it takes that, like, from the coaching staff, from the players, and everybody else in between. They have been operating at a gear that nobody else is, and like a very few in the whole history of the NFL. Yes, I am a respectful, opponent, rival, sometimes. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, everybody comes to an. It took a few years for it, even you learn to figure it out with the variable. I'm not saying that's what's going to take, but it's going to take maybe, at least one or two draft classes of new talent to fit in, embed with the franchise, the foundation of Chris Jones, Patrick Mahomes. More than likely, like I've already mentioned, Travis Kelce is to move on, but Rashee Rice is probably going to be a foundational piece. Offensive line wise, you still have your Creed Humphrey, you still have a Trey Smith, Joe Tooney. I mean, he's already doing his thing in Chicago, so that just proves how big of a piece that he was along that offensive front. And sometimes when you underrate those type of pieces, safety in the back end. I already mentioned this multiple times. He went from Eric Berry to Honey Badger to Justin Reed, to guys who are like very good, but they're not Pro Bowl. They're not all pro level, and those were the guys you had for decades, really long run. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's where we are with these three Christmas matchups. Cowboys, we are picking them in the first one on the road. Lions, we are picking them on the road. Broncos, we are picking them on the road. So, I mean, I am actually going to be out catching my doves. So, I guess probably that's why it makes sense. Both of my worlds collided. Um, Shout out to the Dubs on a winning streak. Let's hope we pull off that win against the Mavs on Christmas Day. Shout out to Captain Clay. But back to football. Yeah, all three teams on the road. We are going to take them. Unfortunate for the home fans that they get a little bit of coal in their Christmas gift basket this year, but blame it on your teams. As Commanders, you could go back to not paying Terry McLaurin. Vikings drafts, you could say, quarterback situation, you could say, and Chiefs, it's just attrition. That's what it comes down to. They will be back, and just like your boy will be back to Saturday, back to it. But till then, like I said, enjoy your Christmas. Have a very Merry Christmas. I am recording this a day before on Christmas Eve. Just so, like I mentioned, I'm going to go enjoy my doves. I hope you guys enjoy basketball. I hope you guys enjoy NFL. I hope you enjoy whatever you want to. I hope you enjoy the time with your family. And yeah, I just hope you enjoy some more quick takes. Whatever show you prefer. Keep showing love.